Hello to all crypto traders and welcome to yet another early waves on cryptos video. Today, our subscribers voted for VeChain, but due to the market conditions currently, I'm going to analyze two pairs and I'm going to analyze the second first, if you may, which is ENJIN. So, firstly, VeChain, secondly, ENJIN. Two amazing coins anyway that I think in the medium term still have a lot of upside. In the short term, and since we are correcting at least in ENJIN, I mean in both we're correct, it's just that ENJIN's correction looks a bit deeper. It is a bit deeper. We need to really identify some support levels and also look at the potential scenarios for further downside or corrections as the markets still don't give any sort of sign of a end to that correction. Do note that this video is purely educational. It's not to be considered as investment advice. And make sure to subscribe in case you are looking to receive timely notifications for a particular market events that you may not be aware of, mainly technically wise, obviously. And we are ready to go for the Elliott wave analysis. So back to VeChain, guys. We haven't looked at VeChain for a few days, and a lot of you guys are a bit frustrated about the fact that he's gone very no, it was gone near to 30 cents instead of the 22 we called. We did call a correction and then continuation up either way. So let's have a quick look what's really happening. But before we look at the short term, for those looking at this video for first time, let me just fill you in. 1 and 2, we're expecting 3, then 4, and then 5. We're not even done in primary wave 1 yet. Okay? So we're looking, and I'm going to come back to that in a minute at 45 cents for at the end of intermediate wave 3. Imagine. Then we're going to get 5, then 1. Which means we are currently moving on the upside, and we are in a 5-wave move in the red wave 3. Within wave 3, we also have an internal move in the minor degree, which is the blue wave. However, that one has not again ended yet. Within this internally, we have the minute degree, which is the green. The green is about to end. Actually, in green, we are currently right here in wave 4, and we are expecting a wave 5. But we do not know whether we finished the correction yet or not. So let's go a little bit closer now to identify some scenarios over here and some market structures. What I want to really highlight here today is that we're trending above the long-term regression channel since we broke it at around 10 cents, but we also trend above the 2 times lower degree in the minute degree channel as well. As you can see, the channel is over here, yeah, which makes us particularly bullish. Now, should we remain above that, then more highs are expected. In case we break lower, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to move lower. It means that the correction is going to be a little bit deeper and is usually expected, especially since that can be considered as a full break, plus the fact that we've really gone far from the larger term trend line, larger degree channel. Now, usually we get to the median regression where it's going to be some sort of potential correction that is around the 0.19, and then we'll continue higher. Or we could even go down all the way to the previous low, which is around 0.15. at the current state and market, I don't see prices getting down there. What I will be looking closer though, because guys, this to me looks like that we are going into a very nice triangular shape over here. So it could be E and we'll move up. Or just in order to get some sort of symmetry, it could be A, B, C, D, and E. So we might stay in consolidation for a little bit longer and then move up. Now, where are we going to go when the correction ends? Okay. Well, I am looking at the 38.2 Fibonacci. That is the extension, and the 0.45 which is 0.45 cents. Yeah, Fibonacci extension again. Now this we take from the higher degree move, which is the green one. Yeah, the minor 2 and minor. We don't have a minor 3 yet, so we're looking at the green one. Yeah, but in one case we go up to wave 1 and then down to wave 2, so we get an estimate of like where wave 3 is expected to end. And what we did is that we did the 4-2-3 extension, which means we are happy with that end. Yeah, and we expect 5. And in the other case we used the same degree, but we went from 0 up to the current move, which is pretty much 1, 2, and 3. And we use the extension, because we don't have a correction yet, to identify a level for the upside. Now, because we don't have a correction, the 38.2 is expected, okay, rather than the 45. When we get a correction in, what you can simply do is drag this all the way down to the corrective level and identify the 0.618, which is at 33 cents. But in case we are going to end that as a triangle, guys, note that wave 4 is going to end here, right? So you have to pull that line all the way up here, and then 61.8, which is anywhere between 33 and 40. That is going to be wave 3. Then we're going to get 4, and then we're going to get 5. So you can imagine, for 5 at least, in the immediate, we can assume that prices are going to go up to the 67 cents. Okay, but as I said before, once we get the 4 and then the 5, we can identify that 4 because we know the depth of red wave 2, and then look where 5 is going to end. Now let's jump on ENJIN. Okay, again I'll have to go further out. Let's zoom out and let's really see what's going on here for those who are watching this for the first time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. ENJIN, not even close to finishing wave 3 in the immediate degree, which is the red. Not even close even to finishing the 5. It's in a similar situation as with VeChain, but VeChain looks a little bit more bullish. So we're in both cases in wave 4. 1, 2, 3. We are right here, and we're expecting the 5. Okay. Now, as you can see, and now let me go a little bit further closer in. Contrary to what VeChain did, and that's why it's more bullish, we didn't have really a successful break above the channel over here. We had a false break and a second false break, 2 tests and 2 rejections, okay? And we crossed back within the trending, the upper band of the channel, which means there is more potential for downside than there is for upside at this particular moment, or it doesn't look as bullish. But look at this. If we connect the internal waves over here to get our channel, the shorter term channel, we are very near the bottom channel, which is around the like $2 or so. And this is where we expect wave 4 to finish, to complete, and then continue up for wave 5. And again, for wave 5, we take the 1 all the way up to 3. Yeah, and since we don't have 4 yet, we do the extension and assume that 5.4 is a good level, 38.2. Perhaps up to 6.45. We are in cryptos. Deviations are expected. Okay, but generally speaking, rule of thumb, 5.4 is expected. Once we get the correction in, then, we will have to drag that down. It's possible that it's down here. And we can use 0.618 for 40. And then we can go even up to 1618 so that we know, because we're going to get wave 3 as well, right? To know where wave 5 is going to end, 161. But then again, that's going to be while we're correcting in 4. Only when we have 4 in as well, we can then estimate more accurately where wave 5 is going to go. But for now, guys, 4449, 441, once we get the correction is expected. Before that, 3.5, that's the level that we should be looking at. Okay? Now, what else we need to really focus on here, is what is really happening between waves 1 and 2, 38.3 Fibonacci, and between waves 2 and 3. We are far from 38. Rule of alternation does really look much of a thing here. It might be an exception, who knows. But the important thing is that in case that won't last, it means that we are going to get the 61.8 correction, most likely, and that's going to be a very big dip for ENJIN. Okay. Now, what else we can do, guys, because alternation does not really work, is we can take the correction over here, because it's a range, and come and place it up here, and see how much bigger the correction is over here. It's like 6 times bigger, than over here. That is because we do have a very big wave 1, okay? We have a very big wave 3 as well, and we'll have a short wave 5. So alternation, when we have 2 equal waves 1 and 3, you can understand that it's not really the same as working out the Fibonacci retracement of a wave that goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can understand that it's a different case over here. For that reason, I will, for this time, also be cautious about, the break of 4. Okay? However, not as strict for the alternation. To be fair, we can just go a little bit closer as well, because I want to explain what I'm looking at here. To me, this looks like an A, B, and a C. Okay, so it could be like leading diagonal B and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It could be a case where it's ended, and since we still look impulsive over here, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that would be 1, then 2, and we continue higher. It's very likely as well, but for that, guys, where we'll be really looking at, because for now we get the impulse, yeah, we've got the 1, you've got the 2, you've got the 3, you've got the 4, and perhaps we can get the 5. That would be 1 and then 2 and 3, and we'll move up. Or it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will be then, X and Y, which means that will be a W over here. Or again, it could also be a case where this is 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. I will be looking at that top over here to invalidate the upside move in this case, okay? Because we could get another leg down, just the one, as in, as in some sort of, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Like that would be some sort of pattern, like a flat pattern over here. But more likely like a running flat rather than anything else, which means would be A, B, and C. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possible. But we'll just have to break above that level. Okay. And assuming that this is indeed a rejection below that previous low. Okay. So a lot to take, I understand, and a lot to consider as well. So I would suggest to keep an eye on the markets closely, and also don't forget to turn your notifications on so you don't miss the next update, or also the next community post for the next vote that is probably going to be coming out tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys, and in case you have any questions, do leave a comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.